your feed, and you can follow the second debate, which brings us to the to this fine hour. Now, it's a debate. It's a round of 16 debate that pits two young ladies together. Maryann, time for us to meet them, please.
All right. Let's meet Joseph Esther.
My name is Joseph Esther Oluchi. I'm 16 years old from Hisac Academy. My ultimate goal in the I Beg to Differ debate tournament actually is to come show myself, make everybody know who I am, then go home with the prize. Before I debate, I like to, just sing, calm my nerves, or just pray, just do something that will make me feel relaxed.
Okay.
I was waiting for her to start singing. She's Esther Joseph. Esther Oluchi Joseph of Hisac Academy. She's in SS3. She's 16. Welcome, Esther. Beautiful. Are you ready for this stage of your debate?
Yes, sir.
Beautiful. I trust you are. And maybe you finally sing us a song in your closing argument. Who knows? Let's meet her opponent.
Okay, this is Odunayo Salami.
My name is Salami Odunayo. I'm 15 years old and I'm from King's Uncle College. In my spare time, I crochet, I listen to songs, I read my Bible, and I pray. I had to convince someone to join debating. I'll tell them that they should join. They should try something new.
Please clap for her. She'll probably pray her way in a final round. Who knows? Odunayo Salami of King's Anchor College. She's 15. She's in SS2. Welcome, both of you. Welcome, Odunayo. How are you?
Fine, sir.
You were wondering when you said what you said. You are not yet 18, so I can't say you are under the influence. You couldn't have been. Welcome. Welcome. Let's go into this debate. You know how you both are debating. Who's opposing the motion and who's supporting it?
I'm opposing.
You're opposing, meaning, Esther, you are supporting. You set the ball rolling. Is that clear? All right. So, what is Esther supporting and what is Odunayo opposing? Yes. That elected positions should carry an age limit. That elected positions should carry an age limit. Should there be an age limit for elected positions? Esther Joseph will say, yes, there should be. Odunayo Salami will say, no, there shouldn't be. We'll be back for the debate proper, Maryann.
Yes. Don't forget, we're live facebook.com/Nigeria Info FM. We're also live on YouTube, Nigeria Info FM. Also live on Kids FM. Go listen to us. Post your comments on our live feed. We'll be right back after these messages.
Lagos, the round of 32 is over. This is the round of 16 of the I Beg to Differ debate tournament. On Monday at 4 p.m., the I Beg to Differ studio reopens for the first match of the week. Alexandra Chidima Richie will contest for a slot in the quarterfinals as she takes on her opponent, Anthony Ndukwe Anaga, on the topic, there should be an age limit on when children can own a phone. And at 5 p.m., Odunayo Salami will go head-to-head with Esther Joseph on the topic, elected positions should carry age limits. Lagos's best 16 begin their journey towards the quarterfinal on Monday. I Beg to Differ is proudly supported by Obi-Wizi and Chrisland Schools. Prize money sponsor, Tollywood College. Lagos, we are still open for sponsorship and partnership. Send us an email now on info@nigeriainfo.fm. That is info@nigeriainfo.fm. I Beg to Differ, the Tournament of Champions.
You know, just when we took the break, I decided to go and check the judges group. And I see that It is emotional. But I like producer Sheriff Podri's word. Let me remind us that this is just the beginning of many heartbreaking decisions. Nobody wants to make them, but they have to be made. And that's the beauty of our scoring system. It can swing one way or the other. So debaters, give it your all. Be sure you leave everything on the field. Do not hold back. Go for it. Sometimes the decision might just be less than 1 point. And something tells me maybe before this is over, we will find ourselves in a situation where we see our first draw. The likelihood is heightened. For now, though, we have Odunayo Salami of King's College and Esther Joseph of Hisac Academy. They will go head-to-head now. The topic, elected positions should carry an age limit. Esther will be supporting that motion. Odunayo will be opposing it. We'll start now as Maryann will bring you in with a motion supporter.
All right, you have 4 minutes. Motion supporter, your time starts now.
If you were building a house, would you hire an 85-year-old architect who refuses to use modern tools? If not, then why do we trust leaders from a past era? Why do we trust leaders from a past era to judge our future? Leadership isn't just about experience. It's about energy, adaptability, and ability to navigate a fast-changing world. Yet, many nations remain trapped under leaders who are out of touch, slow to act, and resistant to progress. Today, I'll prove to you that without age limits, democracy turns into a lifetime appointment, where the same old faces hold back the next generation. The future belongs to the young, and it's time leadership reflected the future. Good day, moderators, panel of impartial judges, Akwe Tankipa, co-debater, my ever-attentive audience. My name is Esther Joseph, president of Hisac Academy, Ojo, and I'm here to support the motion that states elected positions should have age limits. Here are my points. To begin with, age limits prevents mental decline in leadership. Age limit prevents mental decline in leadership. Leadership requires high mental acumen. As the brain slows down, leaders struggle to respond to crisis effectively. According to a 2022 Harvard medical study, cognitive declines begin at age 65, slowing decision making. In 2023, U.S. Senator Mitch McConnell, who was 81, froze mid-speech, speaking concerns about aging politicians. In addition, energy and stamina are needed for daily governance. Leadership with zest is needed for daily governance, diplomacy, and decision-making. In 2021, Nigeria's President Buhari, who was in his 70s, spent more time in the UK for treatment. A more vibrant Vice President Yemi Osibajo took over leadership while the president was away. I must say it was a breath of fresh air during the shortest time as acting president. Moving on, adaptability to cutting-edge technology. Leaders must understand modern innovation, social media, and data-driven governance. According to a 2024 Pew Research survey, younger leaders adapt 70% faster to new technology. Emmanuel Macron, elected at 39, digitized France's governance, improving efficiency. More so, declining connection with the youth. Aging leaders struggle to understand the needs, priorities, and cultures of young citizens. Uganda President Museveni, who is currently in his 80s, had ruled since 1986, causing a generational disconnect and blocking the way for leadership by younger generations. Next, experience can be gathered before old age. Competence is built through knowledge, gathered from one circumference of experience, not just old age. Many young leaders have led successfully. According to a 2021 McKinsey leadership report, experience places at around 55 and effectiveness declines at age 65. Barack Obama was 47 when he became the president of US, and Justin Trudeau was 43 when he was elected the Prime Minister of Canada. These two became highly effective despite their age. Furthering, reduce healthcare costs for taxpayers. For heaven's sake, taxpayers should not fund endless medical bills for aging politicians. Taxpayers pay incessantly through their noses to meet government's demands, yet see no result of where their money is invested in. Cameroon's president, Paul Biya, who is currently in his 90s, has spent months abroad for treatment, neglecting the health sector in his home country. Continuing, swift decision-making declines with age. Split-second decision-making is crucial for leadership, especially in emergencies. According to a 2023 Yale Neuroscience research, decision-making slows by 20% after age 70. Joe Biden, the former president of the U.S., faced public multiple lapses due to his old age. No wonder he came down before the election. At this point, he knew he had exceeded his time for ruling. More so, historical failures of aged leaders. Most of the world's worst performing leaders have come to power beyond their effective age. Robert Mugabe of Zimbabwe ruled into his 90s, worsening democracy. Also, innovation requires fresh thinking. Innovation is crucial for governance, and young leaders are more open to basic reforms. According to a 2023 Forbes innovation, countries with younger leaders had 30% GDP growth and digital transformation. Finland's Sanna Marin, elected at 37, digitized Finland's economy, leaving older leaders to struggle with change. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And for rounding off when you did, that was Esther Joseph of Hisac Academy with her opening round. You'll be hearing more from her in the rebuttal round. For now, let's switch over to our opponents, Odunayo Salami of King's Anchor College.
Odunayo Salami, you have 4 minutes and it starts now.
Ọmọdé àgbà la fi dá Ilé Ifẹ̀. This is an ardent Yoruba which says the great Ife of Yoruba history was built by the intelligence of both the young and the elders. Also, according to Masmiro, leadership is not about age but rather a matter of vision. Good day, Mr. Chairman, panel of judges, accurate timekeeper, co-debaters and esteemed audience. And my name is Salami and I'm a student of King's Anchor College, Lagos. I'm here today to strongly oppose the motion that elected positions should carry age limits. Elected positions are roles in government organizations or institutions that are filled through voting processes. Leadership is not about age but rather the ability for one to lead effectively. Age restriction limits potential and deprive the people of capable leaders. First of all, leadership is about service, not age. The main goal of leadership is to serve the people. So if anyone is willing and capable of service, he or she should be allowed regardless of the age. Furthermore, democracy allows free choice. We all know that democracy is the government in which the people are allowed to pick who they want. So imposing age limits violates the people's right to democracy. Besides, leadership should be based on wisdom, not age. Wisdom comes from experience of life, not just years of life. Some younger leaders are wise beyond their age, while some older leaders lack vision and strategy. So leadership should be based on wisdom, not age. Also, age restriction violates equal rights. Every interested individual should be allowed to contest for elected position as far as he or she is an adult and fits into the qualification restriction. Age restriction creates barriers for qualified leaders. Leadership should be open to all, regardless of the age. In addition, history proves that great leaders come at any age. Nelson Mandela became the president at 75, Thomas Sankara became the president at 33, and both were effective. Both made great changes despite their age. So leadership should be more about vision, not age. Similarly, leadership should be a matter of skill, not age. Business owners, innovators, scientists succeed at any age. A good leader is someone who has ideas and vision. So age does not determine one's ability or intelligence. So leadership should be more of skill, not age. Also, age restriction discourages ambition. Many young people dream of becoming leaders in future, and if they know that they must wait too long, they lose interest, and this kills ambition and future leaders. Furthermore, age restriction ignores personal capability. Some individuals remain mentally and physically active even at old age, while some individuals become responsible leaders at a very young age. A fixed age limit ignores these differences, so leadership should be about their ability. In addition, every generation deserves representation. If the young or older blocked, their voices are silent. So age restriction creates unfair exclusion. Also, different generation bring different strength. The younger generation bring energy, while the older generation bring wisdom. A mix of both leads to a balanced governance. So excluding one weakens democracy. Also, different leadership roles require different skills. A governor, a local government chairman, and a president all have different roles. Some require energy, while some require experience. So placing one age restriction over all is unfair. Similarly, leadership should be based on policies, not age. A leader should be judged by its ideas and vision, not its age. Whether young or old, their policies should be the main focus. So if they have the solution, why should their age matter? Furthermore, age restriction does not guarantee better leadership. A 50-year-old can be corrupt and a 30-year-old can be honest. A 50-year-old can be corrupt and a 30-year-old can be can be honest, and as well as a 30 years old can be corrupt and a 50 years old can be honest. Leadership is all about character, not age. So fixing an age limit does not prevent bad governance. Thank you.
Thank you very much to both of you. You just heard the voice of Odunayo Salami of King's Anchor College. Before her, you heard Esther Joseph of Hisac Academy. We'll take a break. When we come back, it will be time for the rebuttal round between these two.
The biggest debate competition in Nigeria. I beg to differ on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Tollywood College is a modern co-educational day school poised to provide a perfect learning environment for students between the ages of 10 and 16. We are dedicated to innovation and excellence in teaching and learning, an experience like no other at Tollywood College, where potentials are unlocked and given premium value. For inquiries, kindly contact us at the email address info@tollywoodcollege.com or go to the website at www.tollywoodcollege.com. You could also go to the physical address to see things for yourself at kilometer 43 Lekki Ekpe Expressway by Canaan Land Estate, Shongotedo, Aja, Lagos. Rest assured, we will be waiting.
Welcome back. It is time now for the rebuttal round. Elected positions should carry an age limit. Esther says yes. Odunayo says no. Esther Joseph is from Hisac Academy. Odunayo Salami is from King's Anchor College. In the rebuttal rounds, the motion opposer will go first. Maryann, are we ready?
Yes, of course. Let's go back to the timing. It's still 4 minutes for everyone. Don't forget this. Only the closing rounds has 3 minutes. All right. We're coming back to you, Odunayo Salami. You have 4 minutes and your time. Are you ready?
You are not. Yeah, should we come back tomorrow? What do you want? You want 30 seconds? We can give you 30 seconds. That's all we can give you.
All right.
We'll be right back after this short timeout.
Obiwizi is Nigeria's pioneer e-commerce platform for pre-owned gadgets. They're Nigeria's home of gadgets with warranties, where you can purchase all your favorite devices and quality accessories, both brand new and pre-owned. You can also trade in your older devices for a newer model in a simple and convenient way. With offline and pickup stores in Ikeja, Lekki, Abuja, and Benin, Obiwizi delivers nationwide. On Instagram at Obiwizi Backup Page, on X at Obiwizi, the email address info@obiwizi.com, or go to the website at www.obiwizi.com.
Special thanks to Obiwizi. Special thanks to Tollywood Group of Schools, Tollywood Colleges, and of course special thanks to Chrisland Schools. They'll be hosting the national finals. So thanks to all our partners as we continue in this debate. So a quick reminder, we're streaming live here. If you haven't joined the live broadcast, run a search for Nigeria Info and you will see both Esther and Odunayo. Esther had gone first as the motion supporter. Odunayo had opposed. And now we'll flip it for the motion opposer to go first in the rebuttal round.
Are you ready now?
Ready or not, darling.
Odunayo, your 4 minutes starts now.
Respected judges, esteemed audience, and my worthy opponents, I have listened attentively to the argument presented by my opposition. While they seemed convincing at first, they failed to hold up to closer scrutiny, so let me now dismantle them one by one. Firstly, my opponent said age restriction prevents mental decline in leadership. Well, to me, I feel that if you are saying it is mental decline in leadership, you are trying to you are restricting an age. And Nelson Mandela led at the age of 75. Joe Biden led at the age of 78. We have presidents who led at old age and still they were effective. Nelson Mandela is still remembered even in death. You said energy and stamina are needed for daily. Well, I feel a leader should be judged. Like I said, leadership potentials emerge at any age. If you say energy and stamina are needed, you are depriving one age group over another. Also, adaptability to digital. You said adaptability to digital technology. The thing is, leadership should be more about their experience and their skills. So an older president might adapt better than a younger president, as well as a younger president can adapt better than an older president. So I feel it is better you allow all age contests for elected position. You said experience can be gathered before old age. Yes, experience can be gathered before old age, but an older leader might be wiser than a younger leader, and a younger leader might be wiser than an older leader. You said reducing health care for taxpayers. Every generation reducing health care for taxpayers. Not all old presidents are coming sick or whatever. Now, Nelson Mandela was ruled and he wasn't sick. We didn't hear of anything as saying that Nelson Mandela fell sick at some point in time. You said swift decision making decline with age. Okay, well, I don't think that swift decision making decline with age. Still back to Nelson Mandela. He ruled at 75. Joe Biden ruled at 78, and they both made great changes. Abraham Lincoln ruled at 51, and he was part of people. I think he abolished savior. So you said historical failure of age leaders. Nelson Mandela in history, Nelson Mandela became president at 75, and there was no he's still an icon even in old age. There was no case of him failing or so. He said innovation requires fresh thinking. I feel innovation works better when both age group work together, because when both of them work together, I think progress is faster, and a decision only limits this cooperation. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right. Odunayo Salami of King's Anchor College is 15 years of age, an SS2 student of that school. She'll get one final chance to close her argument, as will her opponent, who, by the way, now has her opportunity for a rebuttal. Esther Joseph of Hisac Academy.
Esther, are you ready? Your 4 minutes starts now.
All protocols duly observed. I remain Esther Joseph of Hisac Academy, and I'm here to rebut my opponent's points. Firstly, my opponent said leadership is not about age, but experience. But we'll have you know that according to a 2021 McKinsey leadership report, experience plateaus at around 55, after which decision-making begins to slow. My opponent also said that leadership should be based on wisdom. But I will have you know that wisdom without intelligence, ability, and mental sharpness is ineffective in governance. My opponent also said that age limits in leadership creates corruption. But I'll have you know that corruption exists at all ages. But younger leaders are less likely to stay in power for long, reducing power abuse. My opponent also said that leaders have to be based on policy, something like that. But according to the World Economic Forum, countries with younger leaders had higher GDP growth. This means that the quality of the policies made are greatly determined by the age of the leaders. My opponent also said that history have great leaders, but I will have you know that we're in a different era and so different demand. Modern governance is fast and digital. Modern governance is fast and digital. Modern governance is fast and digital, requiring younger minds. My opponent also said that age restrictions create barrier. They don't create barrier. In as much as we have restrictions for judges, we also need them for politicians. My opponent also said generational leaders have done well, but you and I know that many of them have caused havoc to their different countries. Example is Robert Mugabe of Zimbabwe. He ruined Zimbabwe's economy. Talking about Paul Biya, who barely governed Cameroon, and our very own dear Buhari. He spent more time in hospitals than even in office. And lastly, my opponent also said that different leadership have different skills. But different leadership have different skills. Yes, I'll agree to that. But I think a balanced leadership is better. A mix of youth and experience is better than a system controlled by the elderly. And having rebutted my opponent's points, I'd like to add a few more points to my argument. Productivity declines with age. Active governance requires strong work ethic. In 2023 Nigeria election featured aging candidate Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who was 71 and was rumored to be struggling with health issues. More so, age limits create more opportunities for young leaders. Without age limits, politicians hold on to power for decades. According to a 2024 UNDP leadership skill, age limits curbs power hoarding and ensures recycling of leaders. Tunisia's 2022 political reforms capped leadership age at 70, increasing youth participation and alacrity towards leadership. More so, global standards favor restriction. Most of the world's successful countries have recognized that effectiveness in government declines with age. Singapore's Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong, who was 71, stepped down in 2023, citing age as a factor.
All right. Thank you very much. It's a mad race against time now as we come to the closing round between these two. You just heard Esther Joseph of Hisac Academy, motion supporter, reporting her opponent's points. Before her, you had heard Odunayo, Salami. Let's go for that short break. And when we come back, it will be time for us to close this out.
Obiwizi is Nigeria's pioneer e-commerce platform for pre-owned gadgets. They are Nigeria's home of gadgets with warranties, where you can purchase all your favorite devices and quality accessories, both brand new and pre-owned. You can also trade in your older devices for a newer model in a simple and convenient way. With offline and pickup stores in Ikeja, Lekki, Abuja, and Benin, Obiwizi delivers nationwide. On Instagram at Obiwizi backup page. On X at Obiwizi. The email address info@obiwizi.com, or go to the website at www.obiwizi.com.
It's the first day of round 2, Maryann.
Yes. We've experienced heartbreaks. And of course, we're on our way to find out who will win this particular segment of the competition.
The debaters are Esther Joseph of Hisac Academy and Odunayo Salami of King's Anchor College. There's much to look forward to. These two have battled through their first 2 rounds, and now they get to close. Something tells me it may very well come down to this closing round. I couldn't pick between them, especially in the rebuttal round.
Yeah.
But they both have got one more chance to close with a flourish.
And we're going to revert back to the motion supporter for the closing arguments. Esther, are you ready? Are you sure? You don't look sure. All right, your 3 minutes starts now.
Just imagine stepping onto a plane and finding out the pilot is 95 years old. Would you feel safe? Or would you trust a surgeon in his 80s to undergo a life-saving operation? Leadership is not different. Running a country requires sharp thinking, energy, and new ideas. We are told that age doesn't matter, competence does. But science proves otherwise. According to a 2023 Yale neuroscience research, decision-making slows by 20% after age 70. And according to a 2022 Harvard Medical confirms that cognitive declines begins at age 65. History shows us that leaders cling to power and resist progress. Robert Mugabe ruined Zimbabwe, Paul Biya barely governed Cameroon, and Buhari spent more time in hospitals than in office. Meanwhile, there are more younger leaders who have made greater achievements, like Barack Obama, who was 47, Emmanuel Macron, who was 37, and Paul Biya, who was 34. Age limits aren't about disrespecting elders. They're about balancing wisdom with strength, experience with adaptability, and history for the future. We are told that electorate should decide, but elections already faced with money, rigging, and recycled candidates. Without age limits, we create a political retirement home, not a government for the future. Many systems that require sharp thinking, like law, medicine, and aviation, has age limits. Why should leadership be any different? Governance in the 21st century is fast, digital, and constantly evolving. Can an 85-year-old leader raised in a pre-internet era truly understand cyber security threats, artificial intelligence, or digital economies? Nigeria has over 60% of youth, yet the same old leaders rule for decades. Cameroon, Zimbabwe, and Uganda all stuck under leaders refusing to step down. Age limits create room for new ideas, new energy, and new leadership. They stop democracy from becoming a monarchy of old men. The future belongs to the young, and it's time that leadership reflects that future. Today we have a choice. Should we cling to the past or build a government ready for the future? Leadership is not a retirement plan. It's a duty that should be carried out by those with the strength, vision, and ability to lead. It's time we put limits, not just on how long a leader can stay, but on how old they can be when they start. Because the world is moving fast, and governance should move fast too. Thank you.
Thank you.
And so she's played her part. Esther Joseph of Hisac Academy, 16-year-old SS3 student, to rest her case as the pendulum now swings to our opponent, Odunayo Salami of King's Anchor College.
Odunayo, your 3 minutes starts now.
As I referred once said, anyone who stops learning is old. Whether at 20 or 80, anyone who keeps learning is young. Leadership is about continuous growth and adaptation, not just sense of life. Also, Nelson Mandela once said, a leader is like a shepherd who stays behind his flock, letting the nibblers go upon first, whereupon the others follow, not realizing that all along they've been directed from behind. True leadership is about guidance, service, and competence, not arbitrary age restriction. Great leaders are defined by their impacts, not their age. Age restriction ignores the qualities that truly matters: competence, vision, and guidance. Both history and modern times have showed us that leaders of all age can bring meaningful change. Great leaders are also defined by their strength of character, not just their age. The youngest king in the Bible, King Josiah, led at the age of 8 years old. He depicted good character and he led his people in the right way. So leadership is not about their strength of character, not their age. The future of a nation depends on inclusivity, fresh perspective, and the ability to adapt to changing times. Instead of restricting leadership opportunities based on age, we should trust the people to choose the best leaders through elections. If there were age restriction, people like Emmanuel Macron, who led at 39, Nelson Mandela, who led at 75, Joe Biden, who led at 78, Jacinda and them, who led at 37, wouldn't have become president, and they were all effective. They all made great changes. Age restriction deprived the society of innovation, progress, and wisdom. Instead of focusing on numbers, we should focus on the qualities that truly matters. Therefore, by allowing all qualified individuals contest for elected position, the society ensures that leadership is based on merit, not numbers. Removing age restriction fosters fairness, inclusivity, and true democracy. With all that have been said, it is clear that a leader is not defined by its age, but rather its ability to lead effectively. Age restriction is unfair, undemocratic, and deprives the people of the wisdom and contribution of capable leaders. For this reason, I firmly reaffirm my stance against the motion that elected positions should carry age limits. Thank you.
Thank you.
Right. And so this debate comes to an end. You just heard Odunayo Salami close. She's from King's Anchor College. She's 15. She's an SS2 student. Before her, you had Esther Joseph from Hisac Academy, 16-year-old SS3 student. Time is against us. So we might as well get ready to go straight into the decision once our judges are ready. We have 2 minutes or less.
Yeah.
So let's go into it. We've got to apologize to you, Lagos. We've seen your comments all over social media, but time has not been our friend today. We'll promise you will make it up to you in subsequent days. Just a quick look at where we stand as per the judging. We won't make it.
I think you should just go ahead.
We don't have it. All right, we finally have it. So let's go straight into the decision. I'll breeze through this. Presentation rounds. Judge Yvonne gives it 10-9 Odunayo. Judge Ufoma gives it 10-9 Esther. Chief Judge Chike gives it 10-8 Esther. Esther leads 29-27. Rebuttal round. Judge Yvonne gives it a tie, 10-10. Judge Ufoma gives it 10-8 Esther. Chief Judge Chike gives it 10-8 Odunayo. There it is 28 apiece. Final round, the closing round. Judge Yvonne gives it 10-9 Esther. Judge Ufoma gives it 10-10, a tie. And Chief Judge Chike gives it 10 to 8.5 Esther. Diction scoring. It is 10-10 between them. The final scoring by 97 to 92.5 points. Congratulations to the winner, Esther Joseph. See you tomorrow, Lagos.
More right after this.
Hey, here's a question for you. What gets you out of bed in the morning? Is it the sun?
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.